Good evening, my dear sisters and brothers, and my humble pranams at the holy feet of revered Lalaji Maharaj, revered Babuji Maharaj, and all elders of our mission. Okay, now I shall start reading a fresh paragraph in the reality at dawn. The chapter is realization that continuously we are reading paragraph after paragraph. So this is the fresh paragraph which I am going to render. And in this paragraph, Babuji Maharaj is speaking about the creator and the creation. Okay. See, here some people might think that after Mahapralaya, there is a total extinction. Extinction means, as you know very well, that particular thing, suppose dinosaurs, that is extinct. Once upon a time it was there in the forest. Now there is no dinosaurs. So therefore, that is extincted. Like that, so many things extincted in this world. And one day the world itself will extinct. World, man and creatures, everything will be extincted. Nothing will either born in this world or die in this world or exist in this world. So total vacuumization, completely except space, that is Akasha. Except Akasha, everything, not the sky, these are all elements. Everything will merge in the center, Bhuma. See, there also what Babuji Maharaj is telling, that a confusion also he is removing. So your means, suppose this creation ends and all entire thing in this world at some date, some time, that goes and merge in the center, then that's all. That is the chapter, end of the chapter of creation and destruction. That's all. No, not like that. The entire thing, the manifestation or the world or the universe, at the time of Mahapralaya, total extinction, this will go along with all the beings, creatures and everything whatever in this existence, material manifestation, that it will go and merge in the center. And it will not disappear. No. This will go into the center, all these things, material manifestation, and it will remain as a seed in a very extreme abridged manner, because the whole entire plan of the what is called the banyan tree, for example, the plan of the whole banyan tree with its branches, stem, branches, with its flowers, with its fruit, everything, the age and everything, its tallness, its efficacy, it is value and everything completely connected. See, we are all connected with the plantation. If you take seed and tree, without vegetables, plantation, we cannot eat. Gone eating the flesh means that is not possible. So therefore, see, from the seed, this shoots such a big banyan tree. How can it shoot? Means it is already the banyan tree with all its attributes. The plan of this, rather this complete trees, the plan of the tree will be in the seed. Already it will be in the seed in subtle form. So that shoots, when they sprouts the seed, then the tree manifests itself in the grass form. This is what is happening between the seed and the tree, or the seed will be born in the seed, in the tree, so that will be again. So again, that will give forth the tree or the plantation. So likewise, this creation is also, the entire creation also, At the time comes Mahapralaya, then it will go and merge, and it will be in the seed form. The entire manifestation will be extremely abridged, and it will be kept in the seed form in the center. There is no question of destruction, is only for the world and the man and the animals. The destruction is not for the what is called, it is the entire manifestation will not either either disappear or it will be destroyed totally. No, not like that. Is not the phenomenon of nature. That will be in the abridged form, the entire thing. When time comes, again it will sprout forth. And what is the combination, permutation, combination, shapes or names, and the creation will be in what way, that we cannot speculate. But Babuji says everything will be in the seed form, in the center. That's why we are all now seeing the vast universe, the creation. As a human being, we are seeing and analyzing with our intellect, the intelligence, discrimination. We are seeing so much of things. The cosmos, it is in regular form. Therefore, you see, where from all this came? It has come from the seed. That is a Chob, they call it Chob. That was there in the center, in the Bhuma already. That has manifested. Nothing new. Nothing will fall from the heavens. Nothing like that. So that is what here we have to observe. The Babuji Maharaj, what he is revealing about the total extinction, what will happen, that he has revealed in this chapter. Let me read the chapter such that you may understand very nicely, and also you will feel relieved, relaxed, or you will feel relieved of your doubts and confusions, if there are any. So Babuji said, before the time of creation, the only thing in existence was the root cause, and the whole universe, the thing was in root cause. See, for everything there is a root, cause and effect. Without cause, there is no effect. So for this entire manifestation or the universe, there must be a cause. Because this is from the causal form only, from the root only. There must be some root. Big tree means, very big tree means, maybe. But if we think, means analyze that, how this tree is able to grow this much and then giving this much of fruits and flowers and everything, shades. That is because the root cause for the tree is the seed that is sown in the ground, earth. That when time comes, it sprouts, that seed. So also Babuji here is telling that the root cause and the whole universe as we see it today was merged in it in the most subtle form. The entire manifestation, it is merged in the most subtle form. Even the atom also, not only this universe. Atom is a small universe and universe is a big atom. You understand? So therefore, everything will be in the seed form. It was in the center. So therefore, what he says, it's individual. So therefore, what he says, whole universe as we see today was merged in it in the most subtle form. Most subtle form, everything losing its individuality and identity. That is the thing, in the most subtle form. Here, Jivatmas, we are all Jivatmas, entire human being. We came from the Atma, Jivatma. So this Jivatma, according to Babuji Maharaj, what he says, even though he makes an abhyasi to cross all the 23 circles and he will leave the abhyasi at the center only. But nobody can merge in the center at this period because there is a lot of time till Mahapralaya. So suppose we don't take up the spirituality or going back to our origin or our goal or center, only then we can go. This time, space, and causation will go. We will not come back to this world. Otherwise, we will be taking birth after birth, death after death. We have to face. That's why what Babuji Maharaj is telling, individual identity. What is they're going to, the entire manifestation will merge in it, number one. Number two, along with it, individuality. We have an individuality, identity. I have an identity. You have an identity. He has an identity. She has an identity. Identity will be only there at the center, what Babuji Maharaj told. And the identity, that is individuality. Our identity will be there. That will be merged during total extinction. And what he is telling, we see today was merged in the most subtle form. Everything losing its individual identity. We lose our individual identity. Till then, the identity will be there. For namesake, even if I die, that's what I told you already. Even if I die tomorrow night I will go to sleep. Tomorrow I will not get up. So like that, every day 10 lakh people in the world are going like that. They go to sleep, but in the morning they will not be in this world. They will die. Suppose I die tomorrow, then you will all connected to me, all my most dear and near loving Abhyasis. What you will say? Oh, poor Rajan Kapistal. He is, after all, nearing 70. He could have lived up to 90, at least 90 years, but he died. Like that, you will refer my name, but my form and everything, my possessions and everything, that nobody will consider. So the name is there, no, that will be there. My name will be there. Say, my grandson and great grandson, like that, they will also refer my name. That is what I think. Identity, like that. Identity will be there. That also will merge in the center. So, losing its identity, individual identity. You see, the universe also will lose its identity. When a part is an empty part, so that is a part is there, we say that is a part that has name, that has form, and that has attributes. Part means that may be colors. So many colorful parts will be there. Everything is from the mud only. Part can contain water or buttermilk or alcohol, whatever you put it, you contain. But what will happen? In the part there is space. Outside also space is there. So when the part is broken, then the space in the part and the outer space will mix and become one. But the broken part, where is part? That is broken part. That will not have the name or form or attributes. So you can see like that. So we are also like that. When we reach the ultimate, our body, physical body, subtle cause will cross everything and go away. There will be only Atman. That will be there at the center. The identity will be there at the center. Therefore, thus it was the extremely abridged form of the same expanded manifestation as we see today. See, extremely abridged form. Everything in this world will be in the extreme abridged form in the center. It was thus the extremely abridged form of the same expanded manifestation as we see today. Thus the center, the latent motions, and the entire creation in the most subtle form, all combined together as one unit. Now we are seeing multiple units, multiple things, diversities, multiplicities. We are seeing a difference between man to man, animal to animal. We are seeing so many change, so many forms and shapes, then forms. We are seeing in this world diversified, multiplied world, multiplicity world we are cognizing. We are perceiving through our senses and we are imagining This world, how much vast this universe. So this is a world of multiplicity and diversity. But what will happen, Babaji Maharaj is telling. So thus the center, the latent, that is, it was thus the extremely abridged form of the same expanded manifestation as we see today. Thus the center, the latent motions, and the entire creation in the most subtle form, all combined together as one unit, led to be the cause of creation when time came. That is how these things have come. This gigantic universe. It was earlier, it was a seed in the center. Time came and it started chob. It started, that is a chob, sprouting. The seed sprouting, and it has become the whole universe. You understand my point? And again, what will happen? Again, Mahapralaya, everything will go, and then it will stay there in the center in a most extremely abridged manner. Rather, it is like a seed. So here Babaji Maharaj is telling that creation when time came. So at the time of creation, everything began to assume a form of existence. Naturally, when creation started from the chob, from the movement, because everything is moving, nothing is static. Everything is moving, because that is the will of God. If the will of God is otherwise, nothing will move. If nothing moves, what will happen to our condition? We will neither die nor exist. Isn't it? We are all moving, we are all enjoying this life in so many dancing and that this we are doing. You are eating our own, using our free will and everything. This is because of movement. The first movement. The God can stop it. He has that power. And the master can stop it. Master Babaji himself, Lalaji himself says, if they want, they are spiritual giants, personalities. If they want, they can stop the creation. But they don't want to go against the will of the nature or God. That's why they keep quiet. So the universe, see, the entire thing is moving. So therefore, what Babaji is telling, at the time of creation, everything began to assume a form of existence. We assumed when the creation started, and we started assuming a form, name, attributes. Like that, the entire universe also started like that only. Then, at the time of creation, everything began to assume a form of existence. Man also assumed his individual existence. That is the thing. From beginning, there are so many things started. The universe, everything, and the living beings, everything. And man also. He started assuming his own form. The body, the mind, the senses, the life, and everything, whatever we are perceiving in our own selves, in our own self. That is, we have been made. In the origin, we were not like that. In the origin, we are nothing. We are completely no name, no form, no attributes at the origin. But slowly we became man with intelligence, with intellect, with wisdom, with discrimination, power, with so many other bad qualities also. That we are what we have gathered. So that is what Babaji is saying. And then senses. See, that is the same thing what Babaji is. At the time, man also assumed his individual existence. The consciousness of individuality was the first covering in the composition of the man. So individuality. So when the soul came, means in the beginning, man, first he thought. The first covering, Babaji is wonderfully telling, at the time of creation, everything began to assume a form of existence, including man. Man also assumed his individual existence. Individual existence we have assumed from when we are coming from the center, the source. We started ourselves. This is my body. This is my hands. This is my legs. This is my head. This is my life. And I am the Atman. Aham Brahmasmi. But everything is mine. But who are you? Means we cannot tell that. But everything like that we have made ourselves. Okay. So that is what Babaji is telling. The consciousness of individuality was the first. Consciousness of the individuality is the first covering what he says. Everything, you see, why we are doing meditation, dhyana, and everything. And this practice, when we are go on doing and doing, finally we will come to a stage where in the hearts of hearts, what is remaining is pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is the first thing. Only after that only we have gathered subconscious, unconscious, dream consciously, everything we have made ourselves. We have spoiled our mind. The balance, equilibrium of the mind, we have spoiled. We have disturbed the mind. And now we are in the state of disturbance. That is our own creation. So first what Babaji is telling, the consciousness. That is the first covering. That what beautifully he says, ego. Egoism, man, I am doing. This is my work. This is my research project. I am a scientist. I am a doctor. I have cured. I have found out moon. I have found out Mars. All these things, nothing but egoism. That is the first covering, Babaji is telling. The consciousness of individuality and feeling I am a man. I am an independent man. I can go anywhere. I can think anything. I can use my willpower and then change anything in this world. I am an individual being. I am not at all connected with anything in this world. I am alone. I am individual existence. So that is what is called first covering, ego covering around. That is that consciousness. That is what man also assumed his individual existence. The consciousness of individuality. Once we think that we are individual being, that consciousness is there. Awareness is there in us. Please examine. You may be 20 years, you may be 30 years, 50 years or 70 years. Even at this age also, I feel the consciousness, awareness that I am not 70 years old or 60 years old. No, somebody should tell. Arey, my wife should come and tell. Arey, or my mother should come tell. Your birthday and you are now 65 years old or 70 years old. Oh, okay, 70 years, 65 years I have been in this world. But hearts of hearts, the awareness will be there in us. That awareness is nothing to do with age or decay or anything, whatever we get. Awareness will be there always. You understand? That awareness will be there for us, for every human being. So that's why the consciousness of individuality was the first covering. Individuality. Individuality means I am alone. I am a doctor. I am an engineer. I am the individuality. I am the president of India, or I am the president of United States. So individuality. We have developed individuality. So that individuality is the consciousness. That consciousness of individuality is the first covering of the ego. How ego started me in this way. Okay. Then I am taking a lot of time, I think. Man also assumed his individual existence. The consciousness of individuality was the first covering in the composition of the man. Further additions continued one after the other. Started. The first one is ego. Then again we have started covering after covering this. Means samskaras. One by one coverings. It started gathering. We started gathering. So much of samskaras. That is the thing what Babuji, egoism began to develop. So egoism began to develop. From you say, we have started our journey from the 7 rings of splendor. The first ring of the splendor. Slowly we came to the 16th circle. And again we 11 circles of egoism we have got. Isn't it? That is 11 circles of egoism we have developed in us. And after that we have developed Maya. That totally we have forgotten the existence of the Creator. So that Maya 5 circles we have created. You see how wonderful thing. These are all we have means covering around our own individual soul, Jivatma. And we have forgotten what is Jiva, the Atman. But we remain in this grassest world and we think that this grassest world is the reality. That is our mistake of the mind. So therefore, what Babuji is simply telling that the consciousness of individuality was the first covering in the composition of man. Further, additions continued one after the other. The additions continued one after the other. Egoism began to develop and ultimately assumed a grosser form. Because of egoism, 11 circles of ego. Because of that egoism, see, we have been fallen. See, we have been put to, we are in the greatest grassness. We are existing in the grass world. So that is what Babuji is telling. The egoism began to develop and ultimately assumed a grass form. This is egoism. I, mine, my thing, my legs, my hand. This is nothing but egoism. So that egoism started dominating us, if we deeply think that. The egoism. If that egoism is removed, we will be one with the ultimate reality or God. Because of egoism, we are all feeling separated. That is Jivatma. The elderly people called, you are a Jivatma, you are also in you, the Atman is there, Paramatman. But you have accumulated all this egoism, Maya, all these things you have, circles are all samskars you have created, and you have become an individual identity. That is individual being. That is because of your ego. You are feeling like this. Okay, you understand, ego works like that. So therefore, the working mind, senses and faculties began to contribute their share towards grossness, everything. Senses, mind, our own, just so many things in us, that has emotions, thinking and everything, that contributed to assume this grassest form of existence. We have become grass because of all these unnecessary things, all this ego or something, senses and everything, mind and everything, thoughts, illusions, delusions, hallucinations. Like that, we have created ourselves and we remain as a man, a grossest man, being in this world. The working mind, senses, and faculties began to contribute their share towards grossness. Actions of the body and mind led to the formation of samskars. So that is the thing. Millions of years we are taking birth and accumulating all this ego. The samskaras, samskara means karmas. By doing karmas, good karmas and bad karmas, good desires and bad desires, slowly by doing all these things we have accumulated. So much of samskaras, impressions, which are the coverings of our soul. So now, what to do? We have to come out, we have to remove all the coverings of samskars from us. The egoism, the Maya, everything should go away. If that is get washed away, if it is that melted and then if it is thrown away by a great master of caliber, if he can do with his divine transmission or pranahuti, if he can remove all those things, any master in this world, then we will be free. Again, we will assume the ultimate condition of what was our original condition, that will get it. So that is what Babuji is telling. So actions of the body and mind led to the formation of samskars. Action, that is samskars means karmas. We do karmas with the body. We do karmas with the mind. That is thoughts, impure thoughts, irrelevant thoughts, unnecessary thoughts, disturbance, so many doubts, so many bad thoughts, okay, so many grudge. Then so many people are there. Certain people they will kill. Guilty. The guilty will be there. So many people, they will rob. Then the guilty will be there. The conscience will be telling, you are a thief, you are a corrupt, you are not a good, you are a wicked fellow. So the whole body inside, when we observe seriously, we have developed evil-mindedness. That is what Einstein says. Einstein once he says, if I think I can destroy a planet, Pluto, if I think, but I cannot destroy the evil in me. You see, he is the father of science, scientific world. Even then, he is openly telling that he cannot remove the evil in him. That evil we have gathered. That he will know. That also we have gathered. So, and we have to undergo the fruit of that ego, that bad deeds, bad samskaras. That's why we are taking life after life. So now finally, what Babuji is telling. See what he is telling. So actions of the body and mind led to the formation of samskaras. Action means karmas. Karmas means that is samskaras. That's all. Now, finally, now the man exists in the grossest form, consisting of the outer gross body and inner finer bodies and coverings. That is the thing. Now, for this outer solid state of existence, we march right towards the center, passing through finer states, one after the other. Now we have come to the grossest condition. Our life has become miserable. Okay. Somehow, we don't know. We don't know what happened earlier in our previous lives, infinite lives. What we have done, we don't know. We know nothing. But the samskars are there. The prarabdha samskara we are enjoying. We have to enjoy the fruit of whatever the samskars, what we have collected, what the actions we have done, the reaction we have to undergo. That is the law of nature. Now we are undergoing. Okay, now we accept. Yes, master, great master, divine master. I accept that I am in the lowest strata of spirituality. That is, I am in the grossest condition. That is, I have made myself. I have spoiled my mind like that. I have spoiled my senses like that. I have spoiled my feelings like that. And I am living, facing all sufferings and miseries, birth and death and rebirth, all these things because of samskars which I have accumulated, I accept. Please tell me the way, how to get over from all these samskars, karmas and vasanas, all these bad qualities, bad tendencies, bad habits, all these things are bothering me. Please show me a way, show me a method by which if I can escape, if I can remove all the things, whatever that is unnecessary in me, and I will be free bird. Please show me. That is what we are asking the great master. Now, what happened now? From this outer solid state of existence, we march right towards the center, passing through finer states, one after the other. So what Babuji is telling? So now what you do? You have come to the dead end. Because you are completely merged in the ocean of grossness. Now you want to escape from the grossness. Then what you have to do? You have to pursue spiritual path and a spiritual guide. If you start moving spiritually, then you will be getting progress, spiritual progress by the grace of the master, and also your sadhana should be there. With both these things, you can slowly go back to your original state of existence. That is what finally now the man exists in the grossest form, consisting of the outer gross body and inner finer bodies and coverings. Now from the outer solid state of existence, we march right towards the center, passing through finer states one after the other. From gross body, we come to the mind body, and then to the causal body, growing finer or more subtle. That is what is Babuji saying. Gross form, subtle form, that is the mind, thoughts, actions, thoughts, suppositions, illusion, delusion, everything is in a subtle form. Gross form, we are doing all the actions. Every day we are performing actions, that is karmas. Every day we are desiring something, that running after the desires, even though we don't get. We don't get success. We are running after the desires and feeling depression, dejection, all these things. Because this is a gross form, and we'll go to the subtle form and then to the causal form. Cause for all these things. So like that, the progress will be invertendo, what Babuji earlier said. So we'll start progressing. That is invertendo process. So therefore, that is what Babuji is telling. Now, from this outer solid form of existence, we march right towards the center, passing through finer and means finer states one after the other. From gross body, we come to the mind body and then to the causal body, growing finer or more subtle at every step, and proceed on further, dealing with other coverings. That is, from causal body only we came to the subtle body, and then by accumulating samskars, and then we came to this gross body. Again we are invertendo, again we are going back. The same route. Route cannot be changed. The route is, that is, all the rivers lead to the ocean. All the roads leads to Rome. Like that, all the paths, all human beings have to go in the same route, spirituality, to reach their ultimate condition of reality or the origin. That's all. There is only one route. But people are not able to progress. That is their own problems. That problem will be solved by the right master, righteous master. He can solve the problem. But one has to approach such a master. Only then he can help. Otherwise also he will be helping. That is a different story. Our Babuji Maharaj is helping the entire humanity. That's a different story. But speedy progress. For speedy progress in this life, he will help a lot when we cooperate with him and listen what he says. Then, so solid form states after the other. From gross body, we come to the mind body and then to the causal body, growing finer or more subtle at every step, and proceed on further, dealing with other coverings. We have got a lot of coverings around our soul. What to do? We have made it. We have done such what is called immoral, unethical acts. That is karmas. And desires. Desires means that lust, greed, passion. We want greediness. I want. It's not enough what God has given. I want to accumulate. Because individuality is there. No, the ego is there. No, that ego will direct you. And we are object. And the ego is the subject. And again this Maya. In this Maya, we don't know where we are going. Ego is better than Maya, condition of illusion. In this illusion, we don't know, even though we have eyes full of darkness. In the darkness, a dark forest, can anybody go happily? Even though the eyes are there, if he need not be born blind or a blind. Eyes are there, but there is no light. That is the condition Maya. That is the illusion. But we are going in the illusion. Something. I will get something. Like that we are thinking. So the process generally adopted for it is classified under 3 heads. What are that? Karma means action. Upasana, devotion, and jnana, knowledge, which offer common basis for all the different religions and creeds. This is the basis. They say that in religions, what they say that ultimately, what they say that karma. See, the process generally adopted for it is classified. What are the process you have to adopt? That is first karma, action. Upasana, you should develop devotion for the master. Third thing, karma, you do dhyana, you do practice and everything. Then devotion means that is subtle way of the worshipping the master or the God. And third, knowledge, which offer common basis. Then you will get jnana. That is the thing only, Dvaita, Advaita. Advaita means what? You think that this world is Advaita. 2 things are there, relatively 2 things are there. No. Dvaita, if you get knowledge, you will become Advaita, not Dvaita. You will assume the form of Advaita means oneness. Oneness in God. When you get the knowledge of the Paramatman, then you merge in him and you become one. Oneness. You will attain a state of oneness. That is Advaita. So that is the thing. In that way, the people are telling, offer common basis for all the different religions and creeds. The four elementary means, there are four elementary means. Again, he is telling, sadhana chatustaya. Chatustaya means four. Sadhana means practice. So there are four ways of practice. Adopted for the purpose are almost the same everywhere. This Chatustaya, that is also some people. This is the way how karma, jnana, karma, devotion, means action, devotion, and then knowledge. So by knowledge, jnana, you can know. This is one school of thought. This is four, Chatustaya. Four. That is there. We don't know. What? I don't know. Babuji is telling that another school of thought, they means their way, they found out a way to up to the ultimate. So that is Bhagavad Sakshatkara. For realizing the God, they have found out. There are so many methods are there in this world. And those methods, that so far my little knowledge goes, I have studied so many yogas, so many ways to get the liberation and everything. Finally, I found that in so many, that they cannot take us to the ultimate, our original state of existence. Our original abode, nobody will take it for granted. Only in our mission method and master, our master only can take. Nobody can take to the ultimate condition. Everybody will take and then leave. That's all. Everybody will take. You see, for example, Swami Vivekananda, once Babuji was telling. So somewhere, some message, I cannot give every particular. Just I am telling roughly what I remember. That why Vivekananda died at the early age. That was the question, and nobody could answer, because he had 31 diseases, asthma, diabetes, like that. This because of that. No, not that. That is only our medical science. Depending upon the medical science, they speak like that. But actually, what has happened to Swami Vivekananda? That Babuji once told very nicely. That Vivekananda was doing dhyana, meditation and practice. He was progressing. Brahmanda, Parabrahmanda, Brahmarandra. He crossed Parabrahma, Mandal region, and he came to the Brahmarandra. And Brahmarandra, Sahasradala Kamala, he has to jump. Means he has to cross Brahmarandra and go to Sahasradala Kamala and then to Bhuma. But what happened? When he was in Brahmarandra, there was no support him to push to another Sahasradala Kamal, Sahasrara. That's why what happened in Brahmarandra, there is one principle, Brahmarandra. That is what means every soul will come through Brahmarandra. All the Jivatmas. And it will go through Brahmarandra. When we are dying, that it will go through Brahmarandra only. Brahmarandra is the only way for all the souls or bodies and everything that is coming from Brahmarandra, and that will go from Brahmarandra only to another Sahasradala Kamala. You have to go pass through Brahmarandra. So he has to pass through. He has all eligibility. Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda is a great soul, undoubtedly universally accepted truth. But while he was crossing Brahmarandra, what happened? He left the life and he went up. He left this world, means he left this body, and then he went to another stage. At that time, what Babuji is telling, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa at that time could have given support to Swami Vivekananda to cross Brahmarandra to another Sahasradala Kamala. But that was not done. He did not get the support from his own master. But that is why Babuji Maharaj once, our Behenji sister, revered sister Saint Kasturi ji, as you all know, she was Babuji declared to the entire mission and given a title to Kasturi ji, Saint Kasturi, like that. What happened in her case? The same way she came to the Brahmanandra stage, and she has to go to Sahasravadala Kamala. But here, if she goes independently, she will leave this body and the soul will go away. It will go away. Everything liberated. It will be liberated from this world. It will leave this body and then the soul will go to another, may go to Sahasradala Kamala. I don't know. Babuji only knows. But Babuji told at that time there was gathering was there and Behenji was there. Behenji was sleeping in a room. And Babuji, everybody, Abhyasis are there. Sister, brother Abhyasis were, they were all there. In the night they were all sleeping. But Babuji alone was sitting. And in the night, he used to go. He was going and looking Kasturi, Behenji, whether she is alive. Again he will come. Again he will go. And only in the morning, when she came herself, then all the people, then he told, you see, it is happened like that. I have to make you cross the Brahmanandra. But unfortunately, fortunately, you have escaped. Otherwise, you would have left your life, your body and everything, you would have gone. Or you would have been in that condition. You would have gone, that's all. The life, leaving the life, Jivatma will go. That's all, liberated souls, they will go. I don't know whether liberated souls or any other highly advanced soul, that and all I don't know. But this is the thing what Babuji Maharaj told, that because of Babuji Maharaj's support, Saint Kasturi, her soul was saved. The Atma was saved. Further, she can go to, that is for Brahmarandra, to Sahasradala Kamala, and then to Bhuma. You understand? So Babuji took her and left at the Bhuma. Otherwise, if Babuji is not there, the Guru's support, she would have been there itself, Brahmarandra. You see, what we want to reach that ultimate condition, not even penultimate. 7 rings of splendor, 7th, no. We have to go very near to the center. That's all. That is what is Babuji Maharaj is giving. The days have come. It is not in any yuga. Ordinary man is poorest man in spirituality. Spiritual, you can call spiritual beggars. That's all. Nobody will give them lift, progress. But for Babuji Maharaj, he has the entire humanity is in the Kali Yuga, because we are all suffering. Everywhere suffering is only there. Not that a man who is in suffering will see everything is suffering. Not like that. Even Buddha was great prince. Even the prince, his father asked him, why do you beg in your own country, kingdom? You should, by this time, you should have become monarch. But you are begging with a begging bawal in your own, his own kingdom, no. He said, I don't want all those kingdom, all those enjoyments, physical enjoy. I don't want. This is enough. I will beg. This is enough. For me, a morsel of food is enough. I will go and then I can go on teaching about the nirvana, that is enlightenment. I want to teach everyone. I am not for holding any position or power or money. I don't want all those things. He said bluntly on his father's face, don't approach me all those things. Please get out. You see, that is what. Okay, you understand? So, therefore, I am finishing this one. I have taken a lot of time, nearly 50 minutes. What happens sometimes when we read, we have to explain. That takes time. If I read continuously, it will be over within 10 minutes. But how many people can understand that, what Babuji is telling? That is also, we have to think, no. There are a lot of Abhyasis are here. The newly joined Abhyasis are there. or some experience, 10 years abhyasis, 20 years, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, 60 years, 50 years abhyasis are there. Senior abhyasis, junior abhyasis, senior preceptors, junior preceptors. So how many people will read all this literature? I don't know. Some people, they don't know about, they don't know. Even one abhyasi was asking me, he's 20, 30 years in this mission. I was telling him, Behenji, he is telling, who is she? Sister Saint Kasturi, who is she? That's the thing, what he is telling. And he is 20, 30 years old, Abhyasi. He is not able to remember, or he doesn't heard the word. What to do with those people? And I am not worried about any criticisms. That is not my worry. I am telling the persons who don't know, who have not studied Babuji's books, for those persons, I want to read and enlighten. It is the Babuji Maharaj who is enlightening them. This body he has selected. That's all. There is nothing more or less we can alter whatever Babuji said. We may make mistakes. I may make mistakes. That I agree. Please pardon me. I sincerely fall at all your feet, all my brothers and sisters, to forgive me. I may be doing blunders, mistakes, and everything. Please. But I read Babuji's. That thing, content, you take the content and then excuse me. Because I am a human being. I am not a highly evolved soul sitting at the ultimate. I am not like that. I am progressing. Babuji is giving progressing. That's why I sincerely request you to, I beg you pardon if I do if I speak anything in my speech, if you find anything, any mistakes, you can comment also, you can tell me. I will change. I am ready to change. Okay? Because there's nothing I will lose by taking your advices and suggestions. I will improve, no? I will improve in my communication. But don't tell that. Don't blame me, please. If you blame me or insult me, then I get offended. Okay. You can tell openly, I am after all your brother. Younger brother, you think, not even elder brother. You can tell me. You can tell that you have to do like this. Give me suggestions. And I will oblige. I am ready to take your suggestions and follow your suggestions. That's all. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. We will meet again by the will of the Master. Till then, Om Shanti.